Hello everybody, and welcome to what's going to be episode 10 of my Magiclysm hobo run for CDDA. I'm Icon, and I'm a little bit surprised that this guy is already lasting 10 episodes, but that's as it is. So, for today, we're going to craft ourselves some really nice new gear, and then we're going to slap some more monsters. So, I've spent some time looting things to create ourselves some new armor. Yikes. Why is there a cockroach? We are going to build ourselves a bookplate and some scrap arm guards and leg guards. So here's the site where I farmed my scrap. Basically, I just picked up a plank. The weapon is still here. And I start smashing. So that's a nice way of getting a large amount of scrap metal. Just wanted to showcase it because it's absolutely boring to play it out. So I figured I'll do it between the episodes so you guys don't have to watch me clobbering cars. That's fun for 2 minutes, but not for 30. Okay, so stuff we're going to craft ourselves. The other thing I'm going to do today is the bookplate. I have checked out the bookplate and compared it with my bulletproof vest, and what can I say? A bookplate right now is providing more protection than the scrapped up armor that I got, but my armor is also quite damaged, so I'm not too surprised about the fact. But bookplates are really cool because they are easily repairable, and they come with a bash cut and bullet resistance of 12, which is actually quite amazing. We're going to drop our ballistic vest here, and just to give you the comparison here, the ballistic vest, yeah, it has way less encumbrance, but it comes with a way lower bash and cut resistance, so we're actually protected from zombies way better with the bookplate. But I'm also pretty sure that the ballistic vest would have make way more protection for us if it wouldn't be battered up like it is. But, you know, it is as it is. So, my dude is very hungry. Let's get ourselves some, I don't know, dehydrated lobster. No. Let's have some... Geez, there's nothing here in these kitchens that you can't eat directly that well. It's going to be a pretty nasty thing to do still. Oh, let's have a pier. It's going to be quite a nasty thing to get myself some food going here. Because this apartment tower has a lot of directly eatable things, and I've found some vegetables which we can use. But all in all, in the houses we have way better resources to harvest. Okay, so my book plate, just want to check out. Yeah, brought my fabrication from level 3 to level 4. That's pretty cool. That means we can craft even new things here. Elbow pads, for example. That's where stuff gets really interesting. That's high-tech here. That's way less encumbering, but it also needs you to have a vacuum molder. Otherwise, you're not going to get that done. So we're going to craft ourselves scrap. So, I have prepared all the materials we need for that. Let's just hope it's going to go all well today. So, scrap arm guards. Hell yeah. So, we're going to drop our book gear now. Because, you know, scrap arm guards and paper arm guards, that's a little bit too much. Alright, and leg guards too. And that's how you get almost the entirety of the day through. Crafting is really nasty. Okay. Yes, stop crafting. If that happens, usually you have a portal storm on you. A portal storm is all harmless as long as you can just hunker up, don't look outside, and just wait until it's over. All will be good. Let's just close everything, ignore the voices, and let's see. Wait until the weather changes. So, wait a little bit further until the weather changes. We're not going to listen to any of these sounds because, you know, that's how you could get yourself killed. high-pitched squeals, and okay. So, it's over now. And usually, as long as you're not outside during the portal storm, nothing bad happens. As far as I've understood things, the real bad things happen in during a portal storm if you don't happen to make it inside. Because there's some crazy stuff spawning, and I don't want to spoiler it. I know what's spawning outside there, but everything at its time. Okay, so we've increased our encumbrance quite substantially. I mean, these things are no small things, but they'll also be protecting us way better than before. And by now, my fighting is good enough that I can handle a heavier encumbrance quite decently, so we shouldn't be in any bigger trouble. Sports drinks. Nice. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that we can salvage from the tower, but I'm going to do that in between episodes, I think, because this is also going to be a large thing where we're just going to collect things. So here, we got some really nasty encumbrance by now. So our attack rolls are reduced by 30%, and dodging is also no longer really an option. So let's see if we can change anything about that. But if you check it out here, our torso encumbrance is partially the light jacket, the tool belt is also encumbering us, and the shotgun. But none of these things I really want to give up here, honestly, because I feel like they are pretty good, and we're going to keep it like that. Oh, but let's not head out there without my trusty sword number 5 or 6, I can't remember. I've been crafting a lot of these lately. Now, I want to close the gap between this crossroads and the gun store and the like today. That's the first goal, and I really want to try out that gear. It's been quite some work to gather up these resources. I mean, not terribly much work, but quite some work. Especially the paper. The bookplate needs you to collect 1,200 paper. That's actually quite a lot. Quite some obscure religious pamphlets went into this armor, and a lot of other skill books, which I happen to have several copies of. Hand sealer instructions, yeah, you know, stuff like that. Ooh, there's a feral with an axe. And we'll save that guy up for later. It's asking to get shotgun, you know. There's a proper tool for every problem, and there's a cunning feral incoming. This guy wants to meet my shotgun as well. Now, well, let's go. So I'll carry that fight well, far away from here. So I'm even considering dragging it out of the apartment tower, but I think we don't need to. So let's give this guy a proper greeting. So here we go. There we go. Just 2 shots, and that's all it took. I really appreciate that that shotgun I got, especially that's a wearable weapon. I really gotta amp up my tailoring to make myself a sword sheath as quick as possible. This is another thing that I really wanted to do quite soonish, but then I figured that the entire tailoring topic might be something I'd be featuring here on the series, because, you know, gathering scrap metal and gathering paper for a bookplate is really not complicated at all. That's as basic as it can be. But the whole tailoring business is a tad bit more complicated, to give you a nice understatement. So we might be doing that on cam. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. So there's quite a nice little army of zombies incoming, but that's not really anything bothering me anymore. What's bothering me the most is the wear and tear on my sword. My weapons are going down way too quickly for my taste. Let's take the bike. One motorcycle to kill stuff at. I'm seriously considering swapping over to a different weapon for a while. Something more with more oomph. I mean, I won't be unlearning the fighting style for swords. It's not something you forget or so. I mean, I'm at bashing weapons 4 and cutting weapons 4, so I could basically pick up every weapon that I want to and put it to some decent use. So, those crude swords are just breaking up too quickly. That's pretty nasty. And repairing them the whole time with planks, you know, okay, but it takes a while. And, you know, planks, man. You can do a lot of useful things with planks. Come on, head on over. So far, I've always felt like creating a new sword was the easier way compared to repairing the existing sword. But let's see what I'll say about that once my fabrication skill has reached a higher level. High enough for, let's say, reliable successes while repairing. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to have my hands free for the magic missile. So, take that, buddy. Losing my concentration the entire time. So I really wonder what the hotkeys are for spellcasting, or, well, if I saw that correctly, I would need to configure them myself. Probably gonna do that in between the episodes, because the way I'm doing it right now is quite annoying. But by the way, quite annoying. There's a buddy we need to pulp before it gets back up and starts to be real annoying. So let's have some shelled almonds. Rude. So zombie runners are just annoying. They can't be lured that easily into bushes. Their AI is often even too smart to get lured on bikes, but let's just slap this guy before I'll get further hits for no bigger reason. So, you put pressure on the bleeding head wound. I wonder how that looks like. Am I facepalming myself to stop the bleeding? Well, we got that park pretty much freed up. I'm always happy about every park that we have cleared up. Parks are annoying as hell. They are among the city structures practically as bad as it can get. Why? Because they are always teeming with ferals. I've never had a park which had no overabundance of feral humans to boot with. And as you've seen there, we've even had cunning ferals. Cream of the crop, so to say. Alright. At least my sword is only damaged a little bit. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, harvest me some scrap metal. We need that for armor repairs. So, I love cars, especially the fact that you can basically mine those for processed metals. There we go. And of course, the kiting strategies here are just king. Okay, full metal jack, 9mm bullets. Wouldn't say no to that. So where's the Triffid? He's over there. If I remember Triffids correctly, the real nasty part about them was that they are paralyzing you when you're getting into them in melee and getting into many hits. But so far, the Triffids are doing a great fight for me, taking down all the zombies for me. So that thing is quite banged up, isn't it? It's almost dead. Go on. Let's do this like that. No reason to be unnecessarily careful if that thing is going to keel over after 2 blows. Alright, Vine Beast. What's that? Animated mass of roots and vines creeping along the ground with alarming speed. Yuck. Alright. So, looks like the Triffid Grove is clearing out town for me. Fungal Fighter. Wait a sec. Fungal Fighter? Do we have the fungus here too? Or are they part of the terrific Triffid part? I mean, it looks like it's part of the Triffid's place. It's quite scary, gotta say. So let's just ignore the northern part of Beddington so far. I don't know. This place is giving me the creeps. I have no clue about the. Ooh. I have no clue about the real danger of Triffids or their brethren. So, oof. I really want to be careful with that. I mean, I'll just pulp whatever they took down, because, you know, that's for me, a very, very legit strategy. Triffid sprouts. Let the other guys do the fighting, you know. So, that's a radio station. That's not an entire radio tower. I see. Alright, so no thanks. We're just going to skip out on that part. And let's just pretend we're done here, which we're not, but I don't know. I feel quite scared by these guys. And I don't want them in my reality bubble here. Okay, how's my gear so far? Really need that one again. Okay, so, well, none of my newly crafted items are damaged in any way. Hey, Mr. Feral, where are you? We have a meeting. So, feral humans with fire axes, there's just no discussion. Even with a bookplate, even with my armor that I got. No thanks. Let's just take that shotgun and go kaboom boom. There we go. He's throwing rocks, I'm throwing rocks too, sort of. Okay. Let's reload that. There we go. Scary dude. So, 40 point, what the heck is that? I don't even understand what kind of weapon that's supposed to be. Homemade half pike. That's a pretty nasty weapon. 27 damage per blow, up to 27, and only 119 moves per attack and reach. That's why I keep shooting cunning ferals from a distance instead of getting up close with them. So, another thing that I want to go for once I have secured Beddington and all its resources, or most of them, is that Forge of Wonders. I don't know, Forge of Wonders sounds to me somehow heavily like, hey, this is a bad late game location, but we'll see about that. Probably it's going to be a real quick end for my run, but probably also not. So, what do we have here? This part here is, for once, not featuring tons of feral humans. Are you guys okay? Did the feral humans go somewhere else? Do I need to be cautious about anything? So there's a Zapper zombie. Zapper zombies, yeah, the more metal you're wearing, the worse they are. And, you know, I am wearing metal. Thanks for asking. Okay. So there's a Zet dog and a cunning feral. A cunning feral. feral human. Alright, how annoying. Took me so freaking long to take down the dog. I'm very, very surprised about that. So we're going to get all the way back here. And let's shotgun that dude. I don't want to have any unnecessary damage on me here. If I have that much ammo on me and all those resources and the vicinity where I can really fire a shotgun at. Seriously. Don't get yourself into unnecessary risk. Roguelike rule number 1. Yeah, so enemies that are good at dodging are now, with my quite heavy armor, a big problem for me. That's what's happening here. That's why I keep missing so much. Once enemies are dodgy, that just gets harder and harder to hit them. But, you know, there's always a price to pay. But considering how much conflict I've been into already today, and how often enemies did get a free swing on me, I'd say we're really well off here. Hey yo, folks. Come on, get on over here. By the way, is this a drivable car? No, it ain't. You know, I like to check if I'm messing up a drivable car before starting the fight in it. I wanted to say at it, but we're not really fighting at the cars these days. We're clearly fighting in the cars. Okay. Zombie Runner wanted to have a spectral treatment again. You can have your special treatment, no problem. Okay, let's stop that bleeding for a moment. Zombie Hunter. So where's that dude at? Zombie Hunters are Generation 2 zombies, or Year 2 zombies, however you want to call them. Hello, anybody in? So we won't have any chance of getting the brainless zombie out of the house. Oh well. Let's prepare the car. Yeah, so that's really a lot better than before. Oh, I do have a pistol on me. Great. Ooh, I didn't mean to smash the door. This is really bad for the durability of your weapon, so I really tried to avoid that. Good. Oh gosh, where's my sword at? Well, my dude got a cool belt where he stored his pistol at. But, you know, as you see here, we have attracted quite some attention. So I have no clue where that tough zombie came from, but must have overlooked him. Alright. Or am I walking properly? Yeah. Oh, that was a misstep. A pretty severe one. So, my dude's bleeding quite hard right now. Yeah, that's the joy of being attacked by two people at once. Getting clobbered quite hard. So let's see, my book plate took a couple of dents, but not much. So we're in intense pain, and I'd say that's the point where, as usual, it's time to pick up more stuff, bandage yourselves. I mean, it's really late in terms of daytime, so That's okay. Although I'm really surprised about the amount of damage I got in there. I somehow expected to be better off with these guys, but this shows that the armor I'm wearing right now is really encumbering me quite hard. Sure, it's armoring me, but it's also really making my chances of dodging non-existent. Like, -6 on dodging, might as well say you can't dodge anymore. And yeah, things always come at a price. So, I have nothing to read. Let's pick up our beginner's guide to magic, and let's have a nice dinner of 2 aspirin and 1 gummy vitamin and some evening magic lecture. What about that? Let's increase that magic missile further. This task is too simple to train your spellcraft beyond 2. I didn't even know that a thing like spellcraft existed. Now, we have our magic missile on level 5. Nice. I actually thought that this would take a little bit longer. Okay, so let's harvest the freezers a little bit further. Yum. But all in all, I really need to get this place scavenged a little bit better. Right now, we're a little bit all over the place, but I don't mind. Okay, we have some dinner. Pudding and yogurt. And let's just have a sleep. Okay. So I'm really not sure how to handle that Triffid Grove. It's really a little bit giving me question marks. I don't know how dangerous it is to hang around these guys for real, like 0 experience. So it looks like I should have had bandaged my head wound once more, huh? Dang. But honestly, it's just healing that slowly. Who would have thought? Certainly not me. Okay. So, power breakfast time. Let's have some cheese and pickles. Sounds actually delicious. Okay. So, I'm quite surprised for once my sword's not super broken by the end of the episode. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but the last couple of times we weren't that lucky. So, yeah. The zombie runner resurrected himself because I didn't pulp him in time. That's what you get for being lazy. But this thing is slower than me, so... yeah. Was enough to give me a bleeding scratch. Thanks, dude. So... always grateful for zombies placing themselves directly into cause. So, yeah. We're going to carve our way through this street here. A little bit sad that it feels like large parts of Beddington are really hard to access for me. I mean, maybe I can go down this way here. Maybe there are less Triffids if I just go down that road. I'm just really interested in that home improvement superstore. That sounds like the environment where you could get yourself some really useful tools out. And tools are everything in Cataclysm, you know? If I had the proper tools and the proper gear, I already crafted myself a real sword. But I don't, so I can't. Therefore, it's worth caring. Yeah, but we're getting ahead here. So that's another cool usage for my magic missile. Fry some ruddy little brainless sets with it. So we're dealing now 9 damage. The spell's getting more and more powerful the more level ups it gains. So 9 damage sounds not much, but it's really enough to just zerk down your enemies like that. And what's most important, it seems to be damage that is mostly, if not completely, ignoring enemy armor. And we're going to see about that. Let's pick up some peanut butter candy from that zombie, and I'd say I'll log off from this episode today. Next time we're going to decide where we're going to go, either the superstore or the road down here. Can't really decide as of yet. I only know that this place here is really giving me the creeps, and probably am right about that. So drop me your comments down below, share your terrific knowledge with me if you've got any, leave me a thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing. I'd be delighted to have you. See you guys next time, and have a good one. Bye bye.